and we're on UFC 3 today because this weekend we've got another event. Not a fight night, not an okay event, not just an average event, but we've got the big ones now. We've got a UFC 237. We've got a main event kind of situation this weekend. Namajunas against Andrade, which, I mean, it's a pretty big event. It's all in Rio as well, so a bit of a special one in that case. Sadly, game wise, we only have the one fight, but it's fine. We can talk about the other fights. We have Thiago Alves against, is it Staropoli? Personally, Staropoli, don't know that much about him, but Thiago Alves is a bit of a veteran, and I think, especially again in Rio, I think he's going to take that one. But the main fights, I think, are Aldo versus Volkanovski, and then Silva's got Cannonier, which are two, in my opinion, good fights. Jose Aldo, for starters, let's start there. He's gone off the boil massively. That loss to Conor McGregor, he's hit him pretty hard, let's be honest. And then he loses twice to Max Holloway. He's gone off it quite, in a massive way. So he needs a win. Big time needs a win. He's not getting any younger either, sadly. He's still a bit of a legend. He's still a top fighter, no doubt about that. But he has gone off it. And Volkanovski, he's a tough guy. He's only lost one fight. I think he's had 20 fights or 21 fights, something like that. And he's only ever lost one fight. So this is a big test for Jose Aldo. And even though it's in Rio, I've got a feeling Volkanovski might just take this one. It's a bit of a, I don't know, some of you think, oh, that's a bit of a claim, bit of a statement to make, but I think he might take it. Aldo just does not look right since he lost to McGregor. To be fair, even when he was the build up to McGregor, he didn't look right, and McGregor is just, it's not ruined him, but it's to that extent, it's in that kind of way. He's just not there. Doesn't look the same person when he's in press conferences and when he's walking around and the weigh-ins and all that kind of stuff. Doesn't look the same person. So it's something not right. So even though it's in Brazil and he's going to be motivated by that, I think Volkanovski might take this one. It's one of those that could go to decision. But I think Volkanovski might take it. Another reason I think Volkanovski might take this one is because this was supposed to be the co-main event, and Aldo didn't want it to be that hyped. It's a bit of a strange one, in my opinion. He's done it in the past as well, I think. It's a bit weird. Like, for one, you get more money if you're more of the higher status of a fight. Main event, they get more money from it. Co-main event, they get more money, that kind of thing. So he doesn't want it to be hyped up. Either that's because he's doing like a comeback kind of thing, so fair enough, makes sense. But he's been up there, he's been at the top he was at the top for a very, very long time, so he should be used to it all by now, in my opinion. But who knows, it could work out for him. But I think Volkanovski might just take this one. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close, but I think he might just take it. And then we go on to the actual co-main event, Anderson Silva against Cannonier. The legend Anderson Silva. Yes, I can call him a legend because he is, without a doubt. Another tough fight. Cannonier's not been around that long. I think 11 wins, 4 losses. So I don't know. The Anderson Silva's fights nowadays are always hard to call because of the age, because of the injuries. He looked pretty good against Adesanya. I'll give him that, and that went to a decision, which I think Adesanya just about deserved that one. He's still the same cocky, hands down, moving the head movement, all that kind of stuff. It works for him, but it's the age thing that is the problem with Anderson Silva at the minute, and the injuries, the broken leg and all that kind of stuff. The injuries shouldn't be a massive effect, otherwise he would have stopped fighting, obviously. But they still have an effect. They affect your training and all that kind of stuff. So I'm finding this one a hard one to call, but I think the thing that's going to get the edge, and it makes a difference, crowd makes a massive difference. Being in Rio, I think Anderson Silva's going to take this one. In Brazil, you know, the Brazilians are massively into jiu-jitsu and all that kind of stuff, obviously, because Brazilian jiu-jitsu and all that kind of thing. I think Anderson Silva's going to take it. Just going to take it. Knockout. I'd love to see him get another knockout, but this one could go the distance. This one's going to be decision, I think. Yeah, I'm going decision on that. Anderson Silva by decision on that one. That's my verdict. If it doesn't go the distance, I can't see a knockout. If I'm honest, I can't see Anderson Silva knocking Cannonier out, and I can't see Cannonier winning. It's going to be a close fight. It's going to be a good fight. Anderson Silva, same old, and pretty much every Anderson Silva fight is a good fight. Let's be honest. His movement, his cockiness, you just gotta love him. He's a legend. He's definitely going to be in the Hall of Fame. He should be. If he's not, then there's something wrong there. But Anderson Silva just about going to win this one. I'm going decision. And now we'll go to the main event before I change my mind, because that is going to be a close fight, that one. And the main event is even harder to call. Rose Namajunas has made her claim that she's put her foot on this division. You beat Joanna Jacek twice, then you've proven something. Without any doubt, you have proven you deserve to be at the top if you beat Joanna Jacek twice. To beat her once, you prove you should be up there. To beat her twice, wow. I mean, that woman just owned the women's division, not just her weight class, the division. She owned it. Let's be honest. And Namajunas beat her twice. But the only problem I have with Namajunas is she's not had that many fights. Well, you can see it there on the screen yourselves. Rose Namajunas, 9 wins, 3 losses. Her losses came very early in her career. I'll give her that. But she's not had that many fights. I mean, she changed a lot. She prepared a lot, and she changed a lot. She went to different training gyms and all that kind of things for the Jacek fight, and she's improved her striking. She's improved everything. She's massively improved, and she deserves to be where she is, because, like I said, she beat Joanna Jacek twice. But the thing that always nags me and always gets me with her is she's only had, as you can see, 12 fights. I mean, you still don't exactly know how good she is. She's very good. She's the champion, for God's sake. You're a champion for a reason. She is very good. She's still young. She's not had that many fights. I'm not quite sure myself with Namajunas. And then you've got Andrade, who wow, one punch basically. That's the tactic, isn't it, with her? One punch, bang, knocked out. Simple as that. If she gets it, can she knock Namajunas out? That's the question, really. I think she can. If she can get that clean power shot. Which is why this one's hard to call, because Namajunas, I mean, she's very good, but not that many fights. You still don't exactly know how good she is. Andrade, plenty of fights, plenty of losses though, but that's because she's always going for that power punch and she gets caught herself. But if she gets that power punch, then it's a knockout for her, pretty much. There's nobody matches her on power in the women's divisions. Nobody. So I really don't know who's going to win this one. I don't think it's going to go to the finish. It's going to be a knockout. I think either Andrade's going to catch her clean with the power punch, and Namajunas is going down and she's pretty much going out and ground and pound finish, all that stuff. Or Namajunas is going to be smart, avoid the power punches and then catch her herself, because Namajunas is pretty powerful herself, I'll give her that. And she striking is very clean and technical. So it's in Rio. I see. I'm still on the fence now. I've had most of the day to think about these fights. and I'm still not sure who's going to win this one. But I think if I have to choose, I would edge slightly towards Namajunas. Even though it's in Brazil, even though Andrade's got the power and all that kind of stuff, I would edge towards Namajunas because there's something about that woman. Again, I've said it a few times, she's not had that many fights. We still don't exactly know how good she is. But there is something about her, something about the resilience, something about her, the improvement in her striking, and everything has just improved massively. There is something there about her, and I think she might just take this one. Which is why, in our preview fight, I'm going to be her. So, we'll get on with it. We've chatted, well, I've chatted, you know, as I do. And we'll get on with the fight. I think, yeah, I think that's the only way I can call it, is Namajunas slightly. It's going to be a knockout. It's not, well, it might be a submission. I can't see it. But it's not going to go all the way. It's not going to go to the end. No chance. So, let's go. Namajunas. No, I'm not being nice. Straight off the bat. See, look at the height difference already. Look, you can see the height difference. I know you think it's only a game. Yeah, I know it's only a game. See, look at that Andrade straight for the power punch. See, that's Andrade's problem. She gets caught going for the power punches, which is why she's lost the fights that she's lost. It's happening in this. I mean, I think Namajunas' tactic has to be range. She's taller, she's got the reach, definitely. If she can keep the distance, let Andrade basically burn herself out with all the power punches. And then just catch her. When she gets the chance to catch her, and catch her clean. Yeah, I didn't work, did it? Let's go. Can I get up, please? Come on! Oh shit! Oh god! There we go. Well, that should have been a go. There we go. Knackered though, look. Stam from the ground. Oof. See the range. Andrade will go for the power. Look, every time. You just got to keep the distance. Yeah, I'm not going to get into your game. Get up. Get up. I'm not having that. I'm not playing that game. See? There we go. She's out. That has to be the tactic. That, ladies and gents, might actually be what happens. That actually might be what happens. No, honestly, a lot of these fights that I do on here and everything are close-ish. You know, like I did what, Mike Perry spinning back fist, knockout. Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. It could happen, but it's not gonna happen. But that could actually happen. You saw the difference in the reach and the height. Andrade, every time. I know you say it's a game, but these games are goddamn realistic. And they do as best they can to get them as close to the real thing, and this is pretty close to the real thing. And you saw there, every time she went for the power, every time she went for the punch, she was out of reach. And Namajunas has got the kick reach and the arm reach every time. The only way Andrade is going to win this fight is to get in close and proper grapples, proper inside punches, proper elbows, all that kind of stuff. And the way Namajunas is going to win this fight is using that length. Using that, backing off a little bit and letting her throw those punches and then catching it every time she throws it. That is the way Namajunas is going to win this fight. So that one was quite realistic. I'm going to be honest, I will think it's going to be like that. Namajunas will keep the distance. She'll let her reach do the work, throw the jabs out, keep Andrade at a distance, throw the leg kicks at her legs obviously, and just wear her down, let her get a bit frustrated, and then Andrade will go for the big power punch because she knows that's her way of winning. That is pretty much not the only way she will win, but that is her best way of winning, is the power punch. and she'll throw it, and she'll get caught because of the length. She won't reach. She won't be able to reach. And Namajunas will keep her distance, and she'll catch her every time she throws that big punch. That is how I think it's going to go. It could go to the ground. Andrade's decent on the ground. Another thing with Namajunas is we don't exactly know how good she is on the ground yet. She's not bad, but she's been on the ground a few times. But to that extent, that was short, that was quick. She's not been on the ground that long. So if it does go to the ground, that'll be interesting to see. If I'm honest, I would like to actually see that once or twice, just to see how good Namajunas is on the ground now. Because again, another thing, she's done so much training, so much new gyms, new trainers, all that kind of stuff. She's improved so much. So to see that on her on the ground would be quite interesting to see how good she's at that now. Andrade, we already know how good she is really on the ground. She's pretty good. She's not amazing, she's pretty good. She's at the two, I'd say she's better from what I've seen. So if it does go to the ground, that would be interesting. But I think this is going to be basically standing fight really. Andrade is going to do her best to get in close, punches, lots of punches, a lot of power punches. Namajunas is going to do her best to keep the distance, throw the jab, keep the distance, throw the leg kicks, and catch her every time Andrade throws that power punch. That, to me, is how the fight's going to go. Personally, that's how I think the fight's going to go. So, but yeah. In Rio, it's tonight for UK people. Well, this morning for UK people. It's going to be a good one. It's in Rio. The crowd's going to be good. A lot of Brazilian fighters. Sadly, I'll go for him again. Aldo, for me, is going to lose to Volkanovski. He's not the same person. I've already said it. He's not the same guy. There's something not right with him. Even in Rio, I think the pressure starts to get to him now. He keeps backing out of fights. He keeps changing from main events to just on the card, and something's not right with him. And Volkanovski's a solid fighter. As I said, only lost one fight out of the 20 fights he's had. Very good fighter. I think Volkanovski might just take it. I think that might be a decision one, that one. Could be a knockout, but I'm going decision for that one. And then Anderson Silva in Rio has to win in Rio. He's in Brazil. Anderson Silva has to beat Cannonier. He just has to. It'd be the setting perfect for him, and I think he will. Again, could be a knockout, but I'm going decision on that one as well for Anderson Silva to win that fight against Cannonier. And then we come to the main event of the evening. Yes, that's my Bruce Buffer. I think Namajunas with a knockout. It's not going to go all the way. Someone is going to get knocked out in this fight, and I think Namajunas is just going to take it. Just. It's going to be one where Andrade throws the power punch and gets caught. That is my verdict on that fight, and that's my verdict on all the fights. If you agree, leave a like. If you don't agree, let me know in the comments, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you think is going to win each fight. Let me know how you think the fights are going to finish, how they're going to, if it's going to be knockout, submission, decision, all that kind of stuff. Let me know what you guys think of the fights. Other than that, if you like the video, if you like the way I knocked Andrade out just then, I mean, it's good knockout, wasn't it? Come on, leave a like. If you agree with most of what I said, I know you're not going to agree with everything I said. If you agree with most of what I said, also leave a like. If not, again, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you haven't already, please do subscribe, guys. I really appreciate it. I do the UFC events every time there's one on. I do as many fights as I can. Sadly, Cannonier's not on this game, and Volkanovski's not on this game, so I could not do the Aldo and the Silva fight. I'm afraid. I'm sorry. But I do the events every time they're on. The main event is pretty much always on the game. Luckily, the two people in the main event are always on the. So I will do the event every time, even if the main event's not on there. I will do a fight anyway to talk about it and all that kind of stuff. Whatever happens, whoever's on the game, I will do fights and I will talk about the events anyway. So, as I said, please subscribe, please leave a like. If you want to see the events every time it'll pop up, hit the notification button. As soon as I put a video up of whatever video it is, you'll see it. If it's the UFC ones you want to see mainly, then still, if you hit the notification button, it'll pop up and you'll see it straight away. But other than that, guys, for me, Volkanovski, Anderson Silva, Namajunas. Other than that, thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. If you UFC fans, I'll see you in the next UFC event. Thanks for watching, guys. See ya.